Trump broke his promise.
People are weak now, and that farming is an elite job.
According to me?
How much people are more well off?
According to the man in power.
Welcome to the Something to Discuss podcast.
After the long wait, the STDE podcast has returned for episode 6. We have two returning members. You want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Seth. I'm kind of like the co-host after a long hiatus.
I'm Nate. I'm here to pick everybody's brain apart.
We went
That's
on a
very
hiatus
generous
because
way of putting it.
Israel stopped funding us. Just kidding. But there's been so much news that has happened and occurred since we last made a podcast episode. And I know, Will, you're probably listening. I'm sorry about not letting you know about this. But we have a lot of topics to discuss.
Maybe next time.
And I just want to start right off the bat because this is probably the biggest one. Giannis being traded from the Milwaukee Bucks to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero and a bunch of nobodies. What are you guys' thoughts?
No, he had
The
that.
Bobby-
Did we get James Jaquez?
Yeah, a bunch of nobodies.
Oh, he's pretty good.
The Bobby Portis era of Milwaukee is over.
Yeah, we traded Bobby Portis too, if I gotta mention. Do you guys like the trade, or do you guys think it was a bad move?
I think it's good. I think Giannis is wasting his career here in Milwaukee, but the Heat's the Miami Heat side, they have no point guard. So.
Well, they have
what
they
they
have like a
talk
Kobe level scorer to pair next to Giannis now, because they have Bam Adebayo and Giannis. Seth, do you think that the Bucks won the trade?
I think from an amateur perspective, I think that any trade is going to be viewed as like leaning towards like a bad trade because Giannis is such like a force to be reckoned with. But his team spirit, the fancy term is spirit decor, was lacking in Milwaukee now after a few years. And so I think it was just kind of like time to let him go because sometimes you got to let the guys who are not with the team who want to like seek better pastures go.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been a long time. Like the reckoning has been long awaited in Milwaukee, I think, or like some sort of rebuild. Every team needs to go through that process. So I think this is just going to be the era of Milwaukee where we just need to rebuild. They just keep it chill, and maybe we can make it into the playoffs if we're determined enough.
See,
maybe Tyler Hero becomes a hero.
I think he's gonna be gone soon, but I have a problem with that. We cannot tank because we do not own our draft picks for like 4 years. So I don't really know what our strategy.
Right. So there's no point in tanking. So that's why we need to keep it chill.
Keep it chill, aka being like the 11 seed, fighting for the play-in.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, that's not what I would have done. But do you guys think? Where do you guys think LeBron's gonna go? This is the big one.
He's gonna go Miami.
Miami. Okay.
There's like a
Marquette.
thing. There's like a thing where like Miami like posted something about LeBron coming to Miami, but they deleted it on Twitter or on X.
See, if he goes to Miami, are they the favorites in the East?
I mean, they have to because
LeBron's unk. He's literally unk.
They have Kobe level scorer and Bam. They have Giannis and LeBron.
They have
retirement home.
Fake Kobe.
No, it's not fake. Who has more career points in a game? Career high. Bam Adebayo or Kobe Bryant.
Okay. Got me there. Bam has it.
Seth, where do you think LeBron's on?
He's gonna go to UWGB.
Oh,
that'd be great to pair him with a well-known star, Derek the Phone. That would be a great pairing.
Dynamic duo.
Nice leak. Nice leak.
Nice leak that he's going to GB.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, insider information.
That'd be a crazy move if he went to GB, continues college eligibility.
At his age,
just go for a different degree.
Go for a different degree? I mean, he's never went to college yet. So
has he?
No. He went straight from high school.
No, he went straight to the NBA.
I see. Well, time to start hitting the books.
True.
All right, I have a question, guys. So after farming for this whole summer, do you think that people are weak now and that farming is an elite job?
No.
no.
That's like subjective.
Because
do you think that people are weak though because no one can handle farm work? Farm work is real work. That's what our ancestors did.
No,
not all ancestors.
Because data centers are taking all the land.
Data centers are taking over the land.
So okay,
climate
but how's
change is making less fertile ground.
but that doesn't mean that people aren't weaker than they used to be.
I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, you're refuting your point. That doesn't mean like it's kind of hard to measure that. Like, how do you even measure that in the first place? Like, we take tape measurements and like put them over like the muscles, like, the biceps, and like
No,
we have to-
I'm more so saying
I would
mental
say
strength.
I'll say somewhat yes. I mean, there's like a study where it's like the human digestive system is weaker than it was before because we eat so much processed stuff.
That
So
is
that's
true.
why I'll say somewhat yes.
but that's like weaker in terms of like diets and like digestive stuff, not like
which in
what-
turn makes you weaker physically and mentally.
Yeah, I say it'll contribute to that.
But that's like such a broad statement to make. Like it's true, but like when people hear like how I interpreted your question, like are people weaker than they were, sometime whatever time you want to put it. That's like not really saying much. Like how I interpreted it is like you mean like muscle or like whatever quality that
Fine,
people get obsessed
I'll make
about
it less
having.
vague.
Probably like physical than physical.
Physically and
Yeah,
mentally
physical.
weaker.
Are they physically weaker?
and mentally. That's what do you think they are? No?
No. People are people. We're always the same in Stone Age.
So
We were always the same in Stone Age, ancient
Seth, you-
times, medieval.
do you think a regular person on the street could 1v1 a Roman person right now?
A Roman person? Again, that's a broad statement. Do you mean Roman soldier?
Yeah, Roman civilian.
A Roman civilian.
A
It's
Roman
like
civilian?
A random person off of
Again-
Rome versus.
Again, that's like a very general thing. There's like so many Roman people that existed off the street. Like
Someone from Rome. From the Roman
someone
Empire.
from Rome? Again, that's so general.
It's a general question.
I mean, you can say that, like in America, people are more fatter than they were yet. Like,
Oh
like-
yeah,
like-
yeah.
That's
Yeah, I mean that's statistically proven that more people are obese.
So wouldn't that
Mm.
contribute to like people being more weaker?
Well, isn't it like a stereotype like some people are like fat people are like strong or something like that?
Nah,
I
they're just
don't-
heavy.
yeah, they're just
They're
heavy.
just heavy. Yeah, but I mean, that's like one point you can say in your favor, like one shred of evidence you can say in your favor. But again, that's like such a general statement. What we've started off with.
Mm. Okay.
So then your answer to that question is no then, or
It depends. There's nuance.
So how
So-
about this? The average person though. The average person today versus the average
Yeah.
person in Roman times. Who do you think is more mentally and physically stronger?
That's again a difficult question. Like, how are we average? Like, what's
Okay.
like the average person of today?
Okay.
Like a Chinese person?
So in your opinion, what circumstances is it a yes, and what circumstances is it a no?
Yes.
What circumstances?
Like how like it like until like how the person's weak until here or back then? Like what circumstances? Like because you're saying it's broad, so like try to like concentrate it into one thing then, and like in your opinion.
That's again, I can't really answer that question satisfactorily the way that you want it to be answered because there's such like many different facets. Like even if I give a specific example, like is an American soldier tougher than a Roman soldier? I mean, that's a very like tough question because we base some of our training on the Roman strategy, but we also have like different like weapons, different tactics that we use today that were different from the Romans and
Well-
different like mindsets and
Well, I think-
strategies. So that's a very difficult thing to like try to quantify or try to like reason out. Like we can, I mean, I think it's easy to, I think it's could be a satisfactory answer if I had to give one that, I mean, both are tough. People are still strong. Can be still strong mentally.
But
Again,
on
it
the
differs
average,
person
like is
to
there
person.
more? Like is there less?
Yeah,
though? Is
on
kind of what we're
average,
trying to
so-
say.
Again, it's like if on average,
Take
I don't
100
know.
Americans and 100 Romans, and which one is more physically and mentally stronger?
Again, it's like how do you quantify that with Romans? Because look, remember
From
the Roman Empire. Are you talking about like Rome City, ancient Rome?
Yeah, like the base of the Roman Empire, pretty much.
The city of Rome. You're
Like,
talking
yeah,
about.
like, pretty much like
Again,
it's
there's so
Italy.
many people, so much people, different types of people that lived in Rome, and you pit them against 100 Americans? Like, are we talking about DC, Milwaukee, Wyoming,
anywhere in America.
anywhere in America?
Yeah, it's
Then it
like
has to
anywhere,
give it to
anywhere in
the
Italy,
Americans.
anywhere in Italy versus
Wait,
anywhere.
so there's 50 states, so 2 of each state.
I like that.
So 50 Americans versus 100 Americans. From
100
okay,
Americans versus 100 Romans.
Yep.
100
Ooh, I
Romans
like
from the
this.
city of Rome.
Just like in an open plains battlefield, I guess. We moved to a battle.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's hard
No,
to.
no,
That's
are we
really
doing
hard to
weapons or
say.
no weapons? Just hand to hand. What are we thinking?
I would say it will be an even fight because people are people. We're the same in the Stone Age, same in the ancient times, same in the medieval times, same today. It's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be an even fight, so I can't really say.
Give me Rome. 70 people survive.
That's gonna be very. No, that I disagree with that.
I feel like the environment back then was way harsher than it was now.
They've been through battles too.
Yeah.
Like they know the tough
Not
times.
every Roman person was like the regular Joe Schmo in Rome. No,
He's totally
like
gonna
a
be
craftsman.
more battle tested though.
Not
Like,
every,
than an office worker.
not every guy in the middle, like not every guy in Rome was a soldier.
Yeah,
Like
I
there
know
was
that.
like thieves, there was orphans, there was like all sorts of people that
Those
still
sound like
exist today.
tough gigs, man. The orphans.
Again, that's like really hard to quantify though. Like this is like this weird, like idealization of the past is like kind of clouding your guys' judgment.
I'm not idolizing it. I'm just
Yeah, you said 70. You said 70 Romans would win.
Yeah.
No, that's like
I think they
you're
could.
that's kind of like biased for like, oh, people back then
You're
were
just
much
saying
tougher.
I'm
Like, how
biased
do
because
we
I
even
have a different
quantify that?
opinion. Okay, so
Can't quantify that.
Seth, never mind. I was gonna say something dumb, but I would say that I say yes, we're weaker, but I say we trade off strength for more intelligent. Like we got more intelligent. So
I agree with that. I agree we have more knowledge now, obviously.
yeah, so I would say that.
But we're becoming like Wally.
I would agree.
All right. Now I want to talk about firstly I just want to cover the World Cup. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm glad Spain won.
It was hype. I watched a decent amount.
So who you guys rooting for though? Like from the start.
I was originally Cape Verde,
Cabo Verde.
the underdogs. Then I switched to Spain.
What about you, Nate?
I was more I don't know. I just kind of picked a random team. I really don't have a favorite team. I was just betting.
did you win
Japan.
money overall? Or?
Nah, I only won like $10.
Okay. Did you say he was rooting for Japan? That seems racially motivated. Okay.
He's a big fan of Japan.
Is that true? I don't know if that's true.
Nate, are you a fan of Japan?
Anyway, I think that they rigged it for Messi, but that's another story.
Messi.
I want to talk about so there's like a lot of movies coming out, I think. There's like Odyssey, Spider-Man, the new Marvel movie. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Are you gonna see them? Do you think that they're propaganda? What do you guys think?
I do want to see Odyssey, but like in that 70mm film.
Yeah, the Odyssey.
I want to see that one because apparently Speed is in it.
Speed?
Yeah, I show Speed's in it.
What?
And there's a lot of people already.
Travis Scott's in it.
Yeah, I know Travis Scott's in it. But I want to see that one, and I want to see Spider-Man, and then yeah, that's like the main ones I'm looking forward to watching.
So are you gonna watch either of them?
I don't really want to. I mean, the book was better. The poem was better.
But
I mean, to give it a fair shake. Yeah, to give it a fair. You're right. To give it a fair shake, I should watch it. But the thing is, there's so much drama about it. I just don't really want to like.
What's the drama?
With that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a loaded question there. I think you know what's going on. But basically, for the viewers, there's a.
I don't know either.
I thought you did, but there's a lot of. Culture war is debating right now because a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people. Some people were not happy that they casted non-Greek actors for Greek roles. For example, Helen of Troy was casted by a African American or like black woman, but some people were mad about that, arguing that Helen of Troy wasn't black. some people respond to that saying that it doesn't really matter because it's just a story. And then Homer's Odyssey and the Iliad takes many different forms because it's an epic, it's a story, it's art. And some people were disappointed with the historical accuracy of armor, ships. Like they use like a Viking ship for but the Messiah.
Yeah, that's a bad blunder.
But I think what this debate loses out on is what if we can actually consider what the Greeks or like Homeric scholars would actually think about this topic or how they would represent such a movie, because we're coming from such an American bias and like from our own context. Like, I mean, that served it a little bit ago because I thought you guys assumed what the drama was all about it. That's kind of like what Americans bring to these different topics, whether it be Greek mythology or Greek epics, Asian history, Middle Eastern history, et cetera, because we bring our own bias, political drama, and everything, cultural bias to it. We kind of miss out like how these cultures speak for themselves.
So you're not gonna watch it?
I don't know. It's like I don't know how longer it's going to be showing nearby.
I think it literally just came out.
It literally just came out.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
All right.
I just brought that up. I didn't know you guys were interested in movies. I'm gonna see Spider-Man, but I'm not gonna see anything of the Odyssey. I don't think. I'm not a big movie guy. Yeah, Zendaya.
Doomsday's gonna be hyped.
All right, now the topic that I think everyone sets been waiting for. What do you guys thoughts on the Iran war?
I think go first. Think floor.
Okay, so to have some structure and make sure I can keep myself in check and make sure we can everybody have like a not toxic discussion here. But I think we need to first acknowledge, no matter who we are, what your opinion is with the Iran war, it's an illegal war without congressional authorization for it. Trump broke his promise to have no more wars. This is a war, not like a military action, as some people describe it. It's a war. And repeating ever since, I think, day one, day two, early on in the war at least, he said that he would have peace. Like, peace is coming any day now because we have destroyed the nuclear facilities, even though he claimed to have destroyed it like a few months before. People tend to forget about the first strike that we did on them. But what I'm trying to catch at here is the contradictions, the lack of, to use EU4 terminology here, casus belli, an actual reason for the war. Because one moment he will say it's about the nuclear weapons that may or may not even exist anymore, depending on which day and time you ask him. It's about the Iranian protesters, even though we didn't really give that much help to them to help overthrow the government. And our plan, after we killed the Ayatollah Khamenei, what's his name, Khamenei, but like the guy who was in charge at the time, and replace him with his son, who is just much more hardline than his father was. Like that's the great plan. Like, we're just going to bomb the heck out of the capital, kill the leader, but we're just going to replace him with his son and then not do that much afterwards. It's a lazy plan, so to speak, because they approach it like they can quickly go in, do all this stuff, and then quickly get out. Like how Trump did, what Trump did in Venezuela. That served as like basically like their foundation of their plan there. And suffice to say, it did not work. I mean, we're still at war. Gas prices are still up. It is a loss for the American taxpayer. It's like billions and billions of dollars we're losing with this war that could be spent on other things, and we're not preserving our weapon stockpile, which Hegseth claimed he wanted to preserve against China in case anything happens in Taiwan, but we're wasting it in Iran. I think 14 or 15 American soldiers are killed now, and other foreign soldiers. We wrecked our reputation with across the world. We're kind of doing like the Russia thing, where we just go in without legal authority or an actual legal reason to go in. So we're just as bad as Russia in this case. So it is just a disaster.
All right, Nate, do you agree with that or?
Um, yeah, I think it's just bad. I I mean, I like
Wow.
I do like day trading and stuff, and I see how it affects like the markets and everything. And sometimes you can tell when things are going to happen up, like a crude oil. It literally it'll shoot up like $3 in like a second when Trump announces stuff.
Really?
And same thing with other markets too. Like when Trump went back into the war, market just plummeted. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I know recently they were talking about signing a nuclear deal.
They always say that every single week. They said, "Oh, we're
Yeah,
coming to a nuclear deal." Never
yeah,
happens.
it's gonna happen because Benjamin Netanyahu wants the war to keep going on.
Mm.
Also, what do you guys think about the House signing in like the U.S. Military mergers with Israel's?
Wait, which one? Wait, what?
It was like today, right?
Yeah, it was today. The House they voted that
That
the U.S.
yeah.
military merges in with Israel.
Oh, that was today.
Yeah, that was today.
Yeah, that passed the House, but I think from like the analysis I read, it's likely not to pass the Senate.
What does that
Because
even?
I don't
it's
know.
What does
The
also
that
Senate,
entail? We just become
the
Israel.
Senate, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't know what that is. We just merged with them.
Okay.
another. Yeah,
What were you gonna say, Seth?
I think it's going to be the Senate is really not going to pass it because it's paired with the Save America Act, which is like a hugely controversial bill. It's likely not to have that much support, even with some Republicans in the Senate. So if you pair that like more war funding and with this controversial bill, it's likely not to pass the Senate and come to fruition. About the burp.
So, all right. So with this war, though, who is benefiting from the war? That's my question. What do you
Israel.
guys think? Who's benefiting?
I can't imagine what Nate is going to say.
Is it? Well, it's just like we're spending how many like
A
billions?
lot of money.
Is it trillions?
Billion, yeah, maybe even trillions of dollars. Yeah.
On our defense, whatever it's called, the defense budget. It's just a war budget, but yeah, I don't know who's really benefiting from it. I mean, I guess I'm not gonna say Netanyahu because I mean, I guess he's benefiting, but
Well,
in
he's
America,
benefiting
who's benefiting?
because like Israeli policy, they've been foaming at the mouth for any sort of intervention in Iran because there's kind of like a proxy war between Israel and
Right.
Iran, or not a proxy war, but like a Cold War because different groups fight each other, and Israelis and Iranian government would fund Israeli government, Iranian government would fund to combat against each other. So it's kind of like Israeli foreign policy's dream to have finally like their biggest ally to find okay with such like a drastic measure. And so you can say strategically from that, but it's kind of biting Netanyahu in the butt because there's tons of domestic opposition growing now because of it. And he's like not massively, but he's unpopular in Israel from the continued Gaza um, genocide conflict, and now with Iran and he was trying to rig the judicial system. If you guys remember that news for a few years now, about putting in his own judges and changing the rules, stuff like
Yahoo.
that.
Yeah, I heard.
Netanyahu.
I heard that Netanyahu wants to continue the war so he can still stay in power. Cause
Yeah,
what is like they're like, don't you guys? I don't know. I know there's gonna be a change of power soon, like voting or something like that. I don't remember the whole thing, but it is basically him trying to stay in power still.
He's gonna get voted out in Israel, so they don't even like it.
maybe.
Dang. So
Maybe.
do
I don't know. I don't know when the election is, but
do you guys think that this is going to be catastrophic for the Republicans in the next votes or whatever, primary or
in the midterm,
midterm? That's the term.
yes. Like this is like the Trump administration and the Republican Party are like dropping such a huge gift on the on the laps of the Democratic Party. You have an unpopular war. You have like just a bad economy all around. And then you have an unpopular incumbent. Like Trump's approval rating is only at last time I checked, like 36, 37, which is like one of the lowest ever in U.S. history. And it's just he's massively unpopular. The economy's not good, unpopular war, and just people are just feeling fatigued right now. They want something different. But the Republican Party's not hearing the news because they're just they tie themselves to Trump so much.
Is this just how it goes though? Just the political seesaw or whatever, or just like because every like what's it called, like 4 8 years it just switches and everyone hates the other side. This is probably
That's part of
expected.
that's part of the process too, but it's difficult to talk about today because of how much of a enigma problem that Trump is and what he's doing to the country right now. It's like it's very exceptional what's going on right now. That's why people want like turn a new leaf, new page, new leaf.
What does that
Just
entail?
want something different. What does that entail? It could be some people were floating the idea. I mean, they always been floating the idea by having like a multiple party system, no longer deadlocked
Not
between the
happening.
two. I know it's not happening, but there's people want change. They want restrictions on data centers or like some sort of regulation on AI developments and usage, gambling. We talked about this in previous episodes: gambling, AI. The economy is such a broad term, but like taxes on the wealthy is again resurfacing as a huge importance, even for Republican voters too, which is surprising. Um, uh, Cost of living is always a factor since like the pandemic. Is very exceptional circumstances that we have right now, given all like the context leading up to it and what may happen after.
Okay. Nate, do you have any thoughts on like
Um,
has this war changed your opinion at all?
I mean, I knew like when the treaty was signed, I knew it was not gonna.
Yeah, it's not good. It was only like 2 weeks, right? So, and they already started attacking each other.
But I want to get one thing stated: don't forget about the Epstein files, guys. Don't forget about
That
the
too.
Epstein files.
That too.
This could be a distraction. But
When did the
I
Iran
don't
war
know.
start?
Was it March? Late March?
And when was that big? Was that January?
The Epstein files?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
It was kind of like the end of, no, it was kind of like late area of 2025 and then like start of 2026.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I don't know if it's a distraction because I mean the new cycle. It always just the old stuff always just like they make you for. I don't know if they make you just you people forget about things. Like, do you guys remember like the scientist that went missing at all? Do you remember that? There was like
That's a conspiracy theory. That's not like an
is
actual
that is
like
that
cover up going on.
what
People are
happened to
dead, though.
them? Didn't they like die?
People are dead.
That's like a lot of. I have to look into it more
Can't just
too.
call
But
it
I
a
remember
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I did because I remember reading articles that were initially published about it,
From who?
and it was
Big media.
okay. So how do I put this? When we talk about big media in your terminology, I'm going to say it again. I trust. It's disingenuous to say big media because you're coming with such like this bias, coming in with
I'm
such a
not
bias.
biased.
You just said big media. You like you.
That's
I
just
said
a
I read
term. Like
articles
there's
about it.
big food, big pharma. It's just like the big overarching like.
Yeah,
Those are loaded terms because they have like this conspiratorial aura to it when you say big pharma, big
But
media, because they're
it's
like
just
this all
defining. It's just defining like the overarching like big.
you
Like
can say the media conglomerate. You can just say
I don't
media
say. I don't even
business.
know what conglomerate. I never said that in my life.
Well, you need to hit the dictionary, buddy.
You already started.
Yeah. It
So
started with the 100 Romans versus 100 Americans question.
that's not a bad question.
That's not a bad question.
I think I don't know why I like
Put that through a
hesitated.
simulator.
Yeah, I think that's just an
But
interesting concept.
sure. But what I'm trying to say with media is that Trump and the conservative media, like I'm talking about like Fox News, Breitbart, the podcast bros, what they do is denigrate the mainline sources like let's say CNN, AP News, New York Times to such an extent that people don't trust them anymore. So they create their own filter bubble around themselves. So if anybody brings evidence from let's say New York Times, then that or Wall Street Journal, they'll immediately discount that because oh you're just part of big media or you're just controlled by the
See, now,
Democrat.
now you're making it sound like you're biased against us, saying that we just like are like we just like follow whatever we think like we see on Instagram or something. Because I mean,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you just
yeah, Instagram Reels are not a good source.
I didn't get my source from Instagram Reels though.
But you mentioned Instagram.
Yeah, I'm saying like you think that's all we like look at. Like that's kind of
what do you look at then? May I ask you a question? What do you look at then?
Well, like for what? Like just in general?
Just your news.
I mean,
just
for
news.
I mean, I probably I don't look at a lot of news, but I mean maybe like Fox 11. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I use ground news.
Yeah, like you're saying like I get my news from Instagram. I don't even use Instagram really.
But yeah, I mean, it was sort of this because you said Instagram, and then
I said
and
that.
then I know we talked about that before. Then then I asked you a question like, what do you actually consume your news from? And you just said Fox 11.
I mean, no, but I'd say that I don't look too much into news, but if I probably see it maybe on podcasts, maybe like Fox 11, maybe whatever, like you know what I mean?
It's so podcasts and Fox 11.
I don't know, newspaper.
What sort of newspaper? Like the Green Bay Gazette?
Yeah, sure.
You got docs.
Yeah, he's kind of doxed us. I'm at the.
We already said we're from Wisconsin and everything, and people.
But not the city.
And someone's gonna show up to my house. All right, but I mean, like.
Well, I mean, like, so you. I mean, what do you think about media conglomerate? So CNN, New York Times, AP News, Wall Street Journal.
I think it's fine to be skeptical. I don't.
What do you mean by that?
I think it's always going to be skeptical about. I mean, to a healthy extent, yes.
I mean, to a healthy extent, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like I only consume those sources. Like I always do like kind of like a combination of everything, because journalists come in with their own perspectives on what information they get right down in their articles.
I'm not saying bias those sites.
Why are you not a big fan?
You got to pay for half of them, right? Don't you got to pay for like?
Just use a paywall bypass.
Is that pirating? Did you just admit to a crime?
I never said I did.
You just wanted me to.
I just said just use a paywall bypass if you feel so strongly about it.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just don't use those medias.
Why don't you use them?
Because I don't want to.
Why don't you want to?
Because I don't usually look at my media on the New York Times or CNN because I don't browse those sites. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but you said it's a good idea to keep up with like what's going on, right?
I don't recall saying that. No.
I mean, like your general attitude is like. I mean, would you agree that it's a good idea to keep up with what's going on, right?
It's not like.
Would you agree with that?
Like, what do you mean? Like world politics? I mean,
it's
not that
just
important. I'd say local stuff is more important.
Local stuff is important, but I mean, it's kind of important to know what's going on across the nation and the globe.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like I don't like put that much focus into it.
I mean, I do put focus on it because it's important to know what's happening to your fellow citizen. Like people are getting murdered, U.S. citizens are getting deported, U.S. servicemen are dying in the Middle East. The economy is not doing so hot. Trump may even try to rig the elections with the Save America Act. So I would say that's pretty important to keep it up with.
Save America.
What? He's gonna rig elections?
So do you know what the Save America Act is?
I've heard of it
for a while.
The Save America Act is an attempt. Trump has been pushing it for a while now. Is trying to. They like to define it as strengthening the security of our elections, but really what that means when you read the language of it.
Cameras. We'll talk about that next.
What they really mean by that, and if you look at Trump's electoral denialism of 2020, and what the language is in the in the bill. Basically, it requires more proof on the citizen. So first of all, they try to make they say you need to be a citizen to vote, even though that's already the law. Where are you guys putting your turning your camera off?
My dog was barking.
Oh, sorry. Where was I? So try to make it so that you're a citizen to vote, even though that's already part of the law. Require more documentary evidence to vote. Yeah, not like each state has like their own laws and what that counts, but it's making it even more strict with like a photo ID. So let's say a driver's license, even your birth certificate and other documents that not a lot of people actually have on an everyday basis. And basically, it puts more pressure on the voter themselves to bring up this evidence, which makes it more difficult for the electoral commission, makes it more difficult for everybody everywhere in the country to vote and get these different things across. So that's why I mean, with like trying to rig the electoral system, and we also know that Trump, in California, for instance, like numerous people that deny that Joe Biden won the 2020 election fairly, that deny that they joined different electoral commissions, groups in the state with governmental authority and trying to change the rules so that only Republicans and Trump will win. That's coming up in the midterms right now.
So what do you mean they're changing the rules?
By changing the rules, I already mentioned voter suppression. So
but did you say voter suppression was requiring IDs and whatnot?
That's part of it because not a lot of people have photo IDs and birth certificates on their hands now.
Then why don't they have that on their hands? You know, isn't that just like
because you don't use it? You don't use it every single day. And what if they're poor? What if they don't have a car? What if they can't drive?
They don't have a car.
If you're in poverty, you can't.
Yeah,
I mean, homeless people can vote. But if you're requiring if you're requiring photo IDs and birth certificate, which you may not have easy access to, that's going to make it more difficult for you to vote. So that's hitting demographics that are known to vote more Democrat. So if that's suppressed, then that just makes it not fair for everybody.
So you think that you shouldn't need a photo ID to vote?
We already have some states already have photo IDs to vote. So why are we trying to like encompassing that? It's not fair.
Because what do you mean it's not fair? It's just making sure that you're a citizen of America. No.
That's not necessarily evidence. Like I don't need that.
Oh, my shirt broke.
It's very difficult to discuss this, right? With photo ID, it's not. Some states already require that. Like our state, for example, requires that. But this state is like for example, in Alaska, Lisa Murkowski, Republican senator, was pointing this out in a hearing or one of her speeches. What about like in Alaska, the DMV is in Anchorage, but what if there's no easy road access to that, so they need to come up. There's only a ferry that accesses Anchorage, so they have to go all that way to vote. What if you live in the northern part of Alaska and the nearest place is Fairbanks to register to vote with photo ID, and if we assume the Save America Act is passed, birth certificate, social security card, whatever, you have that. You need to go to different places across Alaska in order to get to Fairbanks to vote under the rules of the Save America Act. That's going to make it more difficult for people in Alaska to vote. In Alaska, so don't you see? In Alaska, like, why can't the states decide for themselves?
That's why they should.
You can go, Nate.
That's why they should flock cameras to scan our face to make sure they're real citizens. So when we go to vote, they can scan our face again, and yes, this guy's a U.S. citizen, and they can vote.
China.
Yeah, I think that sounds like dystopian. George Orwell, 1984. I'm gonna be against that one. I think photo ID is fine. No. Hey, do you think? Do you think that?
And Save America Act is requiring it more with documentary evidence, but it's going to be difficult for more people to get.
What's the question?
To vote, should you should you have like photo ID?
Photo ID?
Yeah.
Oh, don't we just need our IDs anyways in the first place?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, just ID. Some states already require that, and I know that North Dakota doesn't require that at all.
Oh,
And there's no fraud in North Dakota.
Yeah, but I think he's
So
just
I can't.
he's just doing it so that the nation, like as a whole, has that.
But
Isn't
you
it
didn't. Okay, but you
wasn't
didn't
like-
listen to my Alaska example.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't
if you
really
require it,
understand it.
I'm saying it's going to be in Alaska. Lisa Murkowski pointed out that you need to travel to these different places. Alaska is huge, right? And there's not a lot of highway infrastructure there. For Anchorage is surrounded by a bunch of islands. There's no easy road access heading to that. So a lot of people take the ferry to get to the nearest DMV, which is at Anchorage. So if you have to go all the way there, then you have to go to a different precinct to vote. That's going to cost you thousands of dollars in ferry tickets, gas,
So how else?
planes.
How else would you vote?
Well, that's
And that's also
because,
Alaska.
Yeah, that's because Alaska, man. Like Alaska's gotta like do something. About
Exactly, which begs the question: why do we need a national
to make sure
national?
that people have their IDs to vote. I'm pretty sure.
And it was already working well in Alaska. There's no fraud there. So why are we putting more rules
not
to make it more
Alaska,
difficult?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a. What do you mean by that?
I think it's for all the other states mainly, like the ones that don't have it that are.
Again,
that
each state has their own different circumstances. Again, and I mentioned North Dakota. You don't need an ID to vote. You show up and there's no
Do
fraud
you need
there.
an ID in California?
I have to check. I have to check that. But each state has their own different rules.
But I think I wanted to ask Nate though. What do you think? Do you think that to vote you should need an ID?
yes.
But Nate, don't you think it's going to be more difficult after to travel and pay all this money to go to different places to get these documents in order to vote?
What document?
Well,
Like, shouldn't you have that?
ID,
Birth certificate, Social Security card. No, and the Save America Act requires you to have your photo ID and other proof that you're a citizen. What do you think about that?
Well, why wouldn't you have that stuff if you're a citizen?
I don't know. I think
We already have elections where you don't need that
too.
stuff.
So Seth, do you think that you shouldn't need any ID or what?
Okay, that's a bad faith question. I didn't say you didn't need that. It depends on the state.
I'm just asking what you're thinking.
I'm asking. Each state is different, and each state can decide with it, and that's been working for hundreds of years.
But we're in a totally different like day and age, though.
What do you mean by that?
With all the new technology and all that, it's a completely different landscape than when the country was founded. That's what I mean.
Okay, I can see where. So, what do you mean by new technology changing stuff?
Computers, flat cameras, voting machines.
What does
stuff
that?
like
Was that? So, what's wrong? Sorry, you're saying something's wrong with the voting machines?
I mean,
Yes.
there can be
You
something
should
wrong
go
with it.
back to
Yes.
pen and paper. And then
No, that's going to be awful for everybody.
Mail it to Washington D.C. and that's how we do the votes.
So, Calvin, with the voting machines, there in 2020, there's been absolutely barely any fraud at all, to the extent that Trump was claiming that it overturned the election in Joe Biden's favor.
But
There's no such thing as these faulty electoral machines. If you're referencing Trump's recent speech, his own documents he released shows that there's no evidence of Venezuelan control of electoral machines.
Okay, so what's your point? My point is that I think IDs are fine.
No, you said that today is going to be different.
Yeah, it's different. Do you think that voting
and
today
I pointed
is the
out it's
same
been
as
working.
1776?
I've been saying like the system that we had since the electoral reforms in the past few hundred years has been working, and it worked. But the Trump administration is going to make it more difficult for me, for you, for Nate, everybody listening to vote.
But in like 2016, wasn't it like Russia like trying to rig our votes?
No, that wasn't anything.
No, that did happen because Russian bots, trolls, they tried influencing the election in Trump's favor.
See, the technology, right?
Not electoral machines.
The landscape has changed.
Not electoral machines, social media, yeah, but not electoral machines. They actually changed the vote count. Not change the vote count. I'm talking about the vote count, not social media. I'm talking about the vote count, the actual ballots.
What happened to AI just changed up the votes, though? You know.
How can they even do that right now?
You don't think AI could do that? You don't think they could change the votes? I think it's just a way to make
out there question.
I think it's just a way to make the more like I don't know, like provable. Like if you have like an ID, I don't know. It's pretty logical.
Yeah, I think
each state that works best. For each state.
He's just doing it in general, so that there's no like
It's like
foul
a
play.
two-step verification, but
Pretty
IRL.
much.
But that's difficult. That's good. But you don't understand how difficult that's going to be everywhere across the country. How difficult it's going to
You
be for
brought up
people that don't
Alaska.
have.
That's why I said we should do the flock camera idea.
What can
But
you
I'm saying
elaborate the
there's no.
flock camera?
I'm saying there's no need for a national bill like this.
Oh, okay.
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
But why? Is there any harm in
But
it?
why? Because elections have been working.
According to you, I don't think
According
it's
to
according.
me?
I don't think it's according to the man in power.
According to me,
Yeah,
just me,
what.
not the actual voting people who work at the booths
I
who
don't.
actually tabulate the results, not
Yeah,
the
man.
actual election observers.
I think that IDs are. I don't know why you're so against IDs. That's just what I'm saying.
I didn't
don't know
say
why
I
you're
was against
laughing at
IDs.
me like I'm like some idiot.
Uh,
all I want are IDs, man.
Because I'm just laughing at like how much Trump has actually just ruined
I don't listen
everything.
to Trump, bro.
Then why are you saying his same talking points? Like
I can agree with some things and not like and be like a slave to someone.
you can agree with something,
Yeah.
even if it's wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure you agree with Trump on stuff, dude. Like,
All right. Next question, guys. You get where we both stand. I stand with IDs.
yeah, I
Kevin
stand
stands
with
with
IDs.
IDs. Seth
It
does stand with
depends
IDs,
on the state.
but not. It
It depends on the state. What works for the state works for the state.
All right.
Okay.
We don't need a national bill to make it more difficult.
Seth
More
is
difficult.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Seth is if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to follow that up with, Nate?
That's such
flock
like
cameras. What do you guys think about flock cameras?
I don't know.
I don't
much
want to talk about flock games. Yeah, me neither. Are they like you just watch eagles, like eagle nests with them?
No, they
The bird cams.
They just scan our car stuff. I don't know, something with like privacy and stuff. Shit.
But that's like China though. It's like they scan your face in car.
Isn't there some in Green? Is there some in Wisconsin?
You almost said it.
Have you guys seen any yet?
Cameras?
The flock cameras?
No, I don't. I haven't. I don't even know what they are really.
There's like
Can you
a big
explain more?
It's just a camera, basically like a regular camera system. Like any system you would find like on a building, like on the side building, but it's actually just a pole in the middle of the street, and it just looks out. Basically, I think what it does is just help identify like tracking car IDs and stuff like that. Then some people are saying like it tracks like your face and knowledge and like sorry guys.
So, are you for that?
No, I think it's weird. I think it's just a. I think it's a pharmacy. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be against that too. Then, if it just tracks your face, that they probably already
Well,
do that.
people are saying, but we know is
I mean, they already have a lot of information on us.
Dude,
Mm.
let me look up what are flock cameras.
Jamie,
If only he was here.
So there's a better understanding. A flock camera is an automatic license plate reader. Manufactured by Flock Safety, these motion-activated cameras are widely used by law enforcement, private businesses, and neighborhood associations to capture images of vehicles, including their license plates, make, model, color, and unique features like bumper stickers or roof racks.
so you're asking if like those are good to use? No, they're not.
I think we should not have flock cameras.
I agree.
Police officers should just do their jobs.
Yeah. So, what do you think about flocks?
Seem overrated.
Overrated? That's a different answer. What do you mean?
They're bad. Overrated.
Oh, I agree. So we all agree. We all agree on something.
Look at that, we all agree on something. That's impressive. So, did you have anything else to say, Nate? Besides the flock cameras?
No, I talked about the what happened in the house. What do you guys think about football coming up? What do you guys got winning the NFC North?
NFC North. Okay. Seth, you want to go first?
What are the recent trades? I mean, not recent, like big trades that happened. Relevant.
Miles
Garrett going to
Garrett.
the Rams.
Miles Garrett
Miles
Yeah.
Garrett went to the Rams. Yep.
went to the Rams. Who's the new QB? Is there a new QB in Chicago?
The
Nope.
Iceman.
Caleb Williams. He's trash, by the way.
That's a different topic.
He's not a good quarterback. He's not better than Jared Goff.
Deserves this entire episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Go to the whiteboard. We're gonna no. This is gonna be we're gonna do the standings, right? See how accurate we can get them. Let's see what we can agree on.
Whiteboard? Oh shit, I'm not getting it.
Okay. So who all do we think's gonna be first?
The Packers.
I think.
NFC North.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the Bears or Vikings. It's us or Lions, in my opinion.
I'll say us.
Yeah, I'd say us.
Break all year.
Let's put the Pack at 1. Okay.
Lions at 2.
Wait, Seth? Who do you think's number 2?
Lions. Followed
Yeah.
by Bears. Vikings.
I think Vikings are 4.
Yep. They're going to implode.
You think the Vikings are going to be that good? Better than the Bears? Who's even their quarterback?
They have Kyler Murray. The Vikings are
Slosh.
tricky. They did go 14-3 with Sam Darnold. I could see really for the NFC North, anyone could finish anywhere. It's like I'm not sold on the Packers, honestly.
Pessimist.
No, I'm just.
I'd say we're a better team than
the Vikings.
Minnesota, though.
Yeah, I think we can put the Vikings on here. This is the most likely. And then 1, 2, 3, I feel like is just luck. I think the Bears will fall to 3, though. I think that they had a lucky year with a weak schedule, but
No, this year they have a strong schedule.
yeah, but last year they had a weak one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, they did have one.
I think we do this. Do you guys like the standings?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
now
that's almost what ESPN had.
really
They had Lions at 1 and Packers at 2.
the Lions are not at 1. No way. Well, anyway, who do you think that the Packers have a chance to even win it all?
No, we're not being the Rams.
Yeah, well, there is injuries that could happen.
Hope Miles Garrett dies.
Gotta lose, or Stafford like retires mid-season. He had enough. I don't know. They did get a lot. They got better, but Jared Verse was better than Miles Garrett.
Think so?
No, I don't.
I was about to say, no way.
I don't know. We have Miles. We have who's coming back? Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons coming back, but he's not coming back until like week 8.
That's fine. We'll have him for the playoffs. We have a questionable coach, so I think we're capped.
Our coach is good. We just need receivers to catch the ball.
That's all we need. Who's doing these circles? I like them.
Seth.
No.
Seth, do you think the Packers can win it all?
Win it all?
Yes.
That's going to be a very tough job to do. So I don't, most likely not.
All right. Well, do you think who do you think's gonna win it all then?
For the Super Bowl?
No, for week 17. Yeah, the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl, give me the Ravens.
The Ravens. That's an interesting pick.
That's crazy. I don't even think they're gonna beat who. I don't think they're gonna beat the Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Lamar's year.
Wait. Lamar's year? I think it's Josh Allen's year.
You've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah, that's the trouble. For the how about MLB though? Who do you think the Brewers can win it all this time?
Yeah.
We're only a what is it? Regular season team, bro. Only a regular season team.
That's probably true, but I hope we can win it all. Maybe we'll get lucky and Shohei just like retires or leaves or something.
He's getting a boatload of money from the Dodgers. He's not going to do that for hundreds of years.
But what if he just decides that he wants to do like a different sport, like cricket?
I mean, that would be huge for the sport. Like, could pull a Michael Jordan
As of hey, Michael Jordan went to the fucking golf.
What if we
to the
traded
Yankees.
for Shohei? You know what I mean? We could trade.
We can't even afford him.
Yes, we could if we
Guess
all
gonna have
pool
to
our
take
money
a pay
together.
cut.
If we all pool our money
Take the pay
together,
cut. Everybody in the state pools their money together.
we could probably afford them then. If we all do like
Yeah.
$10, I
The
think it'd be
Shohei
worth
charity.
That's so weird how baseball's like that.
it. Yeah, baseball is really. I don't know why they have that, but what do you think about the salary cap? Should they implement it? There's
Yeah.
like been a lot of debate on
Like,
that.
make it like the NFL.
Yeah, where each team there's like a floor and a cap, so that owners can't just spend like $2. I think that's what they're
Yeah,
trying to add.
Or if they have like a lot of money, they can just use all that money to get, like, the best players, like the Dodgers are doing.
Yeah. So no. So I think they're going to implement a floor and a cap though. That like
Yeah.
the Pirates can't spend $2 on their roster. They should have
Yeah,
to
like an
spend 100
absurd
million.
minimum, like
Mhm.
an absurd minimum, or like an absurd maximum.
They
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. That's what they're going to try to do so that the players go for it. I think because the player standpoint, they don't want salary caps, and then they can make it more money. I
Yeah.
think. Seth, do you have any topics you want to discuss?
I don't want to talk about politics because that would just make things more heated.
That's
And then
fine.
that was already like,
I'm
yeah.
a chill
I like
cucumber.
talking. I like talking politics.
I just feel bad though. Like, whenever I get super passionate about something, and then everybody gets snippy with each other, or at least I feel that people get snippy with each other, and it's like it just feels toxic, and I just don't want to do that again.
That's the nature of the STD.
Also like hearing your opinions. So
Yeah, that's what the listeners want, Seth.
yeah.
Well,
so-
what's a thing I've been thinking about a lot recently?
Mm,
Llamas or alpacas?
A lot of people
They're
don't even know
both the
that there's a
same thing.
difference. Yeah, they're different. Alpacas, llamas are the ones that spit.
like
Alpacas are
in
different.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
But those are alpacas in Minecraft.
I don't think so.
I think there's llamas in Minecraft, but not alpacas.
Yeah, if we had Jamie, that'd be helpful. But Seth, what
Minecraft
did you
comes
want
our
to
job.
discuss? Oh, actually, I do have something. So this is mainly for Seth. Who do you think is going to run for president then in 2028 on both sides?
Oh,
Like,
that's a
from
good
both
one.
parties.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good question because we're so early yet, but and anything can happen. But there's some contenders already. So I'll just start off with the Republicans because there's like a less candidates, like, or clear obvious candidates, right?
Yeah.
So assuming Trump doesn't do like a weird vice president run thing or whatever that he said that he has like a workaround. Assuming that he doesn't do that, so it's either going to be Vance, Rubio, and then like a bunch of nobodies after that. So, and I think Rubio will get the nomination to be the Republican candidate because Vance has been taking a lot of hits from the Iran war because like Trump just keeps sending him out to talk to Iran, and then the peace deals keep failing or they don't agree to anything, and then Vance is not popular himself. So I think it's gonna be a Rubio because I mean, like, to me personally, he's like the most qualified guy the Republicans have right now to run for president. I mean, Secretary of State, and he does a bunch of other things in the government that he's not supposed to do, but just because everything's just mayhem right now, he's in control of those departments. So he has experience from that. So I think he's going to be the candidate. So the Democrats, it's going to be it's a very tough question. It's very tricky because there's tons of candidates that are already trying to angle for the campaign. Polling, I don't think she's going to get it, but just because she has like name recognition, Harris is like leading in like at
Kamala
30%.
Harris?
But that's not going to happen. The party, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Because why would he nominate a loser, like a person who lost an election?
Pokemon Go
again?
to the polls.
That was Clinton.
Oh shit.
That was Hillary Clinton. Yeah. So Harris is coasting on name recognition and recency bias right now, but I think like when the actual season starts, then she's not going to go anywhere. For serious candidates, there's a whole slew. There's Buddha Judge, He was the former Secretary of Transportation under Biden, and he was a mayor of some Indiana town. And he's known for being a good communicator and actual serious policy person. But we'll see if a serious policy person is in vogue right now in America. But we can all see it's kind of not, given how people talk nowadays. But we'll see. Andy Beshear, he's the Democratic governor of Kentucky. So that's like a unique position to have, to see if you can bridge both gaps between rural red, urban blue, right? Mark Kelly, the senator from Arizona, he's also qualified. But I'm not sure if they want to give up a Senate seat for the president. Josh Shapiro, governor of Pennsylvania. He's known for being a moderate. I don't know if you guys are listening, just changing background.
No, I'm listening. I just saw Nate do that.
You guys waving at each other.
I'm on the beach. So
yeah, so
if you had to just make a pick, though, who are you picking?
Yeah, long story short, for a pick, I think Andy Beshear will be nominated as the Democratic candidate, and Rubio versus Beshear.
This is going to be how close?
How close?
Yes.
Again, that's a very difficult thing because it's
how many electoral votes?
Electoral votes. I think it's going to be over 270, way over 270 for Beshear.
Is that a blowout?
It's going to be not a blowout, not like a Nixon McGovern blowout, but like I think something comparable to Trump's performance in 2024.
All right, Nate, who do you have running?
Me.
What party? You're gonna start a new party?
I'm gonna be
the D's Nuts Party.
I'm gonna be. What should I name my party? Something cool. The Mercenaries.
The CCP. Chinese Communist Party. I think I'm gonna have Hassan Piker versus Sneeko 2028.
That's a good one.
Troll pick.
It's not troll.
Terminally online election.
Yeah,
I think people can get so big on the internet that they could probably run for being president.
Joe Rogan.
I'm just saying people with a lot of influence.
I mean, that happened with Trump in 2015, 2016. He got big on social media and Republican circles online. That's how he did it.
He's been big though.
Yeah, he was.
He did that
before.
He did have. So if you're just talking about like a nobody.
Yeah. He came from like a wealthy family and everything.
Could I show Speed run for president?
Yeah, because I think I show Speed could run for president. That guy has so much motion.
No, he's not like 80 years old. He can't.
Bro, he had 1 million consecutive viewers on live streaming the fucking World Cup. That's crazy.
But he curses every team he roots for, so.
True.
Actually, he wore an England jersey. I don't know what. So you think it's gonna be Ricky Rubio? Interesting pick.
Marco Rubio versus Andy Beshear.
I think Ricky Rubio is a basketball player. My bad. All right.
That's why I think the 2028 from what's today's date? July 23rd, 2026 is going to be.
That's what you think right now. All right, we'll see if that changes.
Yeah, because
it
will. Yeah, anything can happen.
All right. So what about the Ukraine war? Is there anything new there, or is it just like the usual?
That there's always something new happening. When I do my updates, I just mainly focus on the ground. So that's why I mean by no major developments. But there's always something like new happening, whether it be on the field, on the sea, in the air, in our phones, politics, that sort of thing. But I think a notable thing to talk about right now with Ukraine is that how much they're able to use mechanical warfare, automated warfare like drones. They use like a personnel carrier, like driven by like a remote person from like far away, and they took like a Russian trench line with only robots basically. or like no people involved at all at the front lines. So that's the sign of what it may be like in a few decades.
I have a question
Um,
then. So
yeah.
then, do you think this is for anyone? Do you think that in the future it's just gonna be robots versus robots?
Yes.
And you control the robot.
Terminator.
I don't know about Terminator, but like, do you think it's literally just gonna be like who has better robots wins the war?
Yes.
Better robots, better usage of robots.
Then wouldn't the robots just be running the country?
No.
I don't know.
Is AI taking over then? Is AI in
No.
power?
Somebody's gonna make a big EMP, and all the robots are gonna die.
EMP nuke.
Well, we can wrap this. We can follow it all back to the first question.
Yes.
Does that make the human race less strong if AI and robots are fighting our battles?
Yes.
Does that make us cowards by hiding behind our shields?
I don't think so. That's not really cowardly. It's just smart.
Okay,
Some
but are they
say
weaker though?
that
Are they
smartness-
mentally weaker?
Mentally weaker. I mean, you have to be pretty knowledgeable to operate a robot, right?
That's not mental
but
strength. That's
but like
mental
being
like
in battle
knowledge.
though is so much different.
Like, what do you mean by mental strength then?
Like discipline, like ability to
Yeah.
handle hard times, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Yeah, because you need
we're
discipline. You need discipline to work the robot. You need discipline just for daily military life. I mean, the Space Force right now here in the US, even though they're not really fighting on the front lines, they're still disciplined with their use of technology.
But there's gonna be a point where the technology just builds itself. What do you say about that?
I don't think so because there has to be like
Ooh,
there's
wait,
like a fail safe of some sort.
did
Like
you
every robot is still going to be flawed in some way
did you see? I think it was like a
because
week
they're human
ago.
made.
Like ChatGPT like hacked into a different AI on its own or something. Is that real?
I did not see that.
Jamie,
You might want to look that one up. I don't know if that's
can't on
real.
my phone right now.
Oh yeah. But that's just an interesting thing. Is it real?
Make sure you don't use Google AI.
Why?
Bad. Gives you inaccurate information.
I get it from the YouTuber though. There's a guy research. And it's Marcus
Let
Brownlee.
me see if I can pull it up. Marquez Brownlee? Does he say something about that?
Nah, just kidding.
Linus
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Tech
yeah.
real. It's real.
Unprecedented cyber incident. That was
From-
totally his motive, bro.
What? Yeah, ChatGPT like, hacked into a different tech company or something. That was yesterday.
Yep.
by its own, or did
By
somebody
its
use
own.
ChatGPT?
By its own.
All right.
OpenAI, I think that's like the company that runs it, says it went rogue and it hacked a startup after it lost
that?
control of them during a security test. See, so what do you think about that, Seth?
That's concerning.
How
If
concerning?
it's true,
It is
Seth-
pretty
true.
concerning.
Do you even
Where do you
believe
get? Like, what source is this coming from?
The
Oh,
BBC.
CDC.
What? That's main news.
Did you say CBS, CBC, or CDS, like the disease people?
I said BBC.
BBC.
The
Okay.
British
All right.
Broadcasting.
Okay then. All right. That's concerning.
Yeah.
Seth, one
See.
day, Seth, you're gonna live with robots, bro.
Some people
Why
wouldn't
me?
mind that.
I'm
just
going to be in
saying,
the cabin.
Seth, you want to live with robots?
I'm gonna be in the cabin in nature.
Cadden.
Okay, Seth.
Are you
So
are you really built for the nature life, Seth?
You're gonna be an insane person.
I can build myself up for it.
You don't have much time. You got to go now.
Like right now, like ChatGPT is hacking everybody right now.
It just hacked
Yeah.
someone. Yeah.
If I put a chip in my brain,
No,
Wait,
but
are
not
you
everybody.
gonna get a chip in your hand, Seth?
I'm not doing that.
No,
What?
I'm still gonna use my card. I'm not
That's
gonna use
the
the hand card thing.
That's the mark.
Yes.
If you know,
The mark of the beast.
you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that one actually. But that's just interesting that it did that.
Yeah.
It was,
I mean, we all know in the future, like we're not gonna be oblivious, right? Like someday we're gonna be walking around like robots and shit.
true. I don't know though. It's all speculation because we don't have the information. We're peasants.
What do you think about the pooping virus going on? Are you
From
guys been
Taco
eating
Bell?
lettuce?
Yeah, I'm not eating lettuce. I don't eat lettuce.
I have been eating no fruits or vegetables since they said that.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah,
just
bro.
lettuce.
No, I think it's two different fruits and vegetables. I think
Really?
or
Is
lettuce. Yeah, lettuce.
is it just iceberg lettuce or whatever? That's usually the one that always does that.
Yeah, some lettuce, but I don't know.
What do I
Imagine
think
like
of it?
pooping yourself.
I think our food is bad.
True.
Do you think we need to reform our food?
What do you mean by that?
Have better regulations, get rid of companies allowing to use certain ingredients. I could pull up
Yeah,
the ingredients.
we used to have good regulations and funding for the CDC until the Trump administration made illegal cuts to
CDC?
it.
You think the CDC was doing good?
Yeah,
What is that called? The something disease control? I'm talking about.
control for disease control. If you're talking about U.S. like health, like human health or something like that,
I'm talking
and then
about food regulations.
yeah, I mean, health is part of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they were regulating our food well.
I mean, are you talking about not FAFSA, something with an F,
FDA or something?
FDA? Yeah.
I'm just talking about in general. It might be the FDA, but we like
I mean,
compared
that's
to Europe, we allow like all these like artificial dyes and stuff into our food. I don't even know why, really.
I mean, if Congress passes a bill doing that, then it will be given if it's found legal by the Supreme Court, and then the FTC can do something and other relevant departments can do something like that. Yeah.
So do you think something's wrong with our food though?
Well, we have to talk about like focus of diet. Like, I mean, we talked about before that Americans are more obese
Is
than they were,
McDonald's
and we're like the
worthwhile?
fattest country
What did you say?
in the world.
Yeah. So like our I think we have the most avoidable deaths and like the something like that, which is not good. Like,
Yeah,
and if you compare our health outcomes to other first world countries, it's terrible. So why do you guys think that is?
Just could be like our focus of diet, and then I think it's also important to stress that more healthy food is more expensive for people to get their hands on, and so poor people they usually go for the processed, fatty, high calorie foods. It's cheaper.
But when you go into a grocery store, what percent of the food is the healthy food? That's my question.
I don't know. I'm not a dietitian.
Well, just take a guess. Like if you imagine yourself looking
I can't really answer that question honestly, like in a fair way.
Okay, I'm just pulling out there. When I go in a grocery store, it's probably like 95% processed food. 95%.
I would agree.
I mean, according to you, yeah.
No, I think if you go in a grocery store, yeah. But according, Nate, do you say?
Have you gone to like check every label, like processed?
No, I'm pretty sure I can tell what's processed and what's not processed.
Yeah, at a glimpse you can, but not every single thing. Maybe if it looks processed, if it's not processed.
What do you mean? There's different types of processing. There's like
I don't know.
Ultra processed is processed. There's minimally processed.
I mean, I'm just asking questions.
Yeah,
this is why.
What do you say?
This is why we should go back in the old days where we used to have farms in front of our houses.
Yes, you should actually buy from your local farmers.
Yeah, I agree with that. Farmers, yeah, go there every weekend.
So, but the point is though, you can't. It's I don't know how viable that is. So when most people go to their what's called the grocery store and they get their food that they perceive is like healthy or good for them, it's all processed stuff, which is terrible.
I mean, you have to take like the price into account, which I tried to point out before, because more cheaper foods are high calorie, highly processed, high sugar.
But they
Really
can change. They
a
can
lot of
change it
sugars.
though, because in Europe they usually just change their ingredients. Like they have the same
Yeah.
company and they just change their ingredients. And also,
So America can be more like Europe, if that's what you're saying.
yeah, that's a step that we could take.
Hmm.
What else is
You
this?
think Europe is a better country than United States?
Country.
What?
Country.
Or sorry,
Do you mean are you talking about the EU?
yeah,
In what facet? In health?
yep.
I mean, for lots of points, yeah. They do struggle with some other things. Like I think they have more smoking than us, which I think then that equates. I think we have the same cancer rates as them. But
They get
I
free
think they
healthcare.
live longer. They get free healthcare. I don't. Yeah. See, I don't know how much of the. I don't know how much healthcare is the problem, rather than just trying to healthier lifestyles. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Healthcare can help.
I know they ban certain stuff too that United States don't
Mm.
ban, like certain chemicals and shit.
Yeah, I would pull up the list. I have a list of like a bunch of chemicals that are allowed here that in Europe is banned. But Seth, what do you think? Do you think that Europe or America is a better country?
Again, very broad question. Europe country.
No, in health, health.
It's a broad in terms of health. I mean, it's not. I think it's a false dichotomy to say you can you can only have you can just change the entire thing. Not a dichotomy, but like it's kind of like a false thing to say that you can just have a diet, like a healthy diet, and then you don't need like I mean I don't like universal healthcare. Like those things like so what if you do eat a healthy diet and you still get cancer or like another
Well,
life-threatening disease?
if food was changed so that everyone was
It
eating,
will lower the risks, but that doesn't entirely eliminate the probability. Sometimes
it would
cancer
make
is gonna happen.
healthcare probably it would make it cheaper. I'd assume
Maybe, but that doesn't. It's
and
like
you
just to
didn't have to
play.
spend as much, and then you could use that money, and I think it's a good place to start. I mean, I definitely need something different. Like, even if everyone had healthcare, I mean, that's good, but it doesn't get rid of the underlying, like, doesn't help the morbidities or whatever diseases. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm
And
saying
we're
just
still
healthcare. They can
mostly
just have
below
better. I
base.
mean, we've been talking about health regulations. That means like two of them are like diametrically opposed, or you can't, just have both.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a. I don't know. I don't know. I
Are
don't
you
think I'm
against?
opposed.
Okay.
But I do think that a lot of people ignore the like the actual lifestyle aspect of health.
Well, I mean, I think people know it, but they're willingly choosing just to ignore it. Or, I mean, what else can you like?
Do they though?
What else can you do if you don't have that much money?
You can
You
definitely
can rob a store.
You could rob a store. No, you could live a healthier lifestyle. It's just the lack of knowledge. I feel like do you notice all the protein labeling nowadays? So I'm telling you, the protein in Doritos does not make it healthy.
True.
And
McDonald's salad.
yeah, and if you're
You
eating
know, protein is not even like was like originally not supposed to be like. It's like not one of the main components that our body uses to like grow.
what do you mean?
There's like a different component that like it's like some chemistry shit I saw. But
Yeah, it's just a lot of these companies, they know like their target audience, and they just kind of willfully feed us poison, pretty much. That's my perspective on it,
I agree.
and that's very messed up.
Like who goes to crumble cookie and then looks at all that? Like they're gonna die, bro. You see like how much sugar and so much shit they use in that? Like,
Yes,
oh my god.
like all like if you look at like Doritos, look at oh my gosh, that's like if you want like to be like constipated, that's what you want to do. Just eat processed food.
That's why I hunt my own deer and food and grow my own food.
That sounds like the dream.
Yeah.
So, do you have any thoughts on this?
I mean, it's going to be difficult to transition back to a hunter-gatherer lifestyle.
I wasn't really advocating for the actual hunter-gatherer
I
lifestyle.
know, no, I'm just like
But you can
pointing it out.
Use
But
like
on the
that
policy
diet,
on the
though.
policy
Ooh,
basis, that's kind of bad. It's kind of nonsensical.
What was the question, Nate?
Do you guys think that Amish people are more well off than like a regular American citizen?
I'd say yes, very much so.
I would say yes too.
Very much.
I feel like they're like so like low key, like chill. Like they like I don't know. Sometimes being
That-
Amish, I
yeah.
mean they're just pretty chill. They're pretty cool.
I
But
agree.
that's like our outsider's perspective on the Amish.
Well, it's
like
still
some people
hard
who
work,
left,
I bet, but they're probably happier
it
on
could
average.
be
Yeah,
maybe
like,
that, but you have to take into account though. That's like all that they know.
Ignorance is bliss,
no,
Seth.
some of them drive cars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it depends on what sort of Amish that you are. But if we're talking about like conservative, what's that one denomination of Amish? Like
The Buddhists?
Stonebacker, I think they're called, like conservative Amish. Then that's like the only thing that they know. Like, so, I mean, it's not really fair to say like, oh, they're happier that way because they don't have that information.
I mean,
I'm talking about
ignorance
Amish
is
people who
bliss,
go
though.
to gas stations and grocery stores.
So to relate it back to like episode 3, Calvin, would you be like, would you live as Helen Keller or like live in a VR world?
wait, be as Helen Keller or live in a VR world? I think that's different.
Yeah.
I think that's a different concept than this.
Because it's kind.
I wouldn't equate
It's
being
not-
Amish
it's-
to
it's-
Helen Keller.
Shout out to
Yeah,
all
it's
Amish
the
people
same.
who
It's the
are
same. It's the same concept though, because I'm pointing out the lack of information that conservative
I mean,
Amish have
I don't-
about the outside world.
I'd rather live as an Amish person.
Me too. Okay.
I think if I
Right.
had to pick.
But some communities they don't accept you as part of your family anymore if you choose to leave, and then they'll shun you, and then like not even bury you in the same graveyard if you leave their community. Like they'll like.
I'm
just-
saying like
like,
if
damn
I
your
was just like born
memory
there, I
too.
don't know. I think it's too late for me to become Amish.
Wait, so Seth, what's like the disadvantages or what's the disadvantages of being Amish then?
Well, we don't know what's going on with the rest of your local community. Like if we're talking about local community, then like you're just there. Or what if you have a different opinion than what you share with like different elders? What if you want to express yourself that way, but like no, you can't do that. Or if
But
you
but
do
they know
that,
like
you're
their
just gonna
local
shun-
community though, like where they live.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, but
local.
what if it's like if you're a conservative Amish person, but you want to go like way outside of the community, or you disagree with like the theology or like the religion of the Amish, like with your own free will, and then they'll just like not ban you, but like shun you and like just treat you.
I
Does
mean,
that even happen in regular
It does.
society anyway?
It does?
But how do you know that?
It does.
Also, I mean, none of us
Because
have been to an
you
Amish
you
land.
can easily look it up online. You can easily look it up on YouTube of ex-Amish talking about their experiences with abuse,
So I think
being shunned by the community.
shunning
Wait, well,
happens
how
in our.
old was that?
What?
What was the date?
It was this vlog, and there's like a myriad of sources you can look on online. The one I'm primarily thinking about though is like 2023, 2024, and it's everybody has like this very idealized view of the Amish. I'm not saying they're all bad. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that we need to be also realistic. That people are people. People will do dumb things. People will mistreat each other no
Yeah,
matter
that
what
happens in like
religion
anything.
you're part of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I hesitate towards this idealized view. Like, oh, it's way better to be Amish.
I'm just thinking like lifestyle wise, it'd be a lot better.
Lifestyle, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah, me too. I think
Like,
it's just
yeah.
more better, like physically and mentally, bro.
Interesting. So we have 2 Amishes here and 1 non-Amish.
Yep.
But going back to the diet thing, if you want a good diet, do the ancestral diet. I just want to put that out there for anyone listening.
My digestive system can't handle it.
Choose what's best for you.
I'm weak.
No. Do you know what that diet is, Nate?
Isn't it like you eat like berries and seeds?
No. You eat like pretty much just like non-processed food only, like meats, fruits, vegetables. Yeah, I'm just putting
Okay.
that out there for viewers. If anyone wants information on that, hit me up. Anyway, anyone else have any other topics? Otherwise, I'm gonna end the episode, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just to get our flow back.
Yeah.
We were in a little bit of a drought because
I forgot to make questions. My bad.
You have a question?
No, I forgot to make questions.
It's all good. This was a good episode. Hope everyone has a good day who's listening, and see you guys next episode.
See you guys.
See it.